so today I want to address a common problem with these old Fords, whether it's a Mustang, a Cougar, Thunderbird. It's the headlight switch. The headlight switch on these cars weren't designed to run the current of the headlights and the fog lights together. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this headlight harness. What this thing is going to do is going to use the signal from the current headlight sockets to power this relay, which is directly hooked up to a battery, which is then going to power the headlights. And it's going to take the current off of your switch and hopefully save you from burning something out. So I'll show you how this works. Okay, so anyway, I bought this harness off of eBay. Man, I can't even read who it's made by. It's Chinese. Those Chinese make some interesting stuff. So I just need to kind of set this out how I want it to lay out. Here are a couple of the switches here. Here is the power. So this is going to have to go over here somewhere. I'll use a harness here, and then this one will go across to the other one down here. And what's neat about this is instead of cutting wires and using your own Bosch relays, this is kind of a plug-and-play affair. So it's pretty neat. And if this thing ever dies, well, then you can go in there and start cutting wires and add your own Bosch relays to it. But it's a neat way to get things going because it comes with these sockets and everything already set up for you. Okay. So basically just unplug one. And plug that in. Then take your old one and plug that into your headlight. There we go. Snake this down. Alright, there we go. Woo. Okay, so I'm just running this piece of copper rod across behind the fender here so I can get to the wires. I want to hook up my power to the solenoid. That's a convenient place for powering. My Optimum battery does have accessories, extra ports on the side, which is really nice. But I thought this might be a little cleaner install. So let's go ahead and wrap up the red and black wires to my pull wire. See if we can't sneak this through. Alright, so we got our power wire. This is going to go right here. The fuse box barely sticks out of the hole. Yeah, we'll put this power wire right over here. Maybe wrap it underneath. Keep it neat. That'll work right there. And the ground wire. There's a ground spot right here on the chassis. So you ground it right here. So that works out pretty well. Power and ground. Alright. So that's in there. Reconnect the battery. And we should have headlights. Alright, moment of truth. We've got one headlight. Alright, lights on. And we've got a little issue here. We've got some ground problems or something. These aren't quite fitting right. These sockets, these Chinese sockets, are extra tight. And I'm wondering if maybe I need to get in there and crimp the connectors a little bit. Over here, one of the connectors is completely pulled out. So I'm going to have to pull these back apart and do some sanding on these connectors, try to narrow them so they fit inside the bulbs a little bit better, and then we'll reassemble. Okay, it's got a little 220 grit here. Man, these things fit really tight. So I think if I can loosen up the fit, it'll work better. Okay, well, I, in my infinite wisdom, bought the connectors that have these ceramic high temperature plugs, and these are not sanding well. So I'm breaking out my Dremel. Alright, well, a couple of minutes of grinding on that thing. Let's see how it fits now. That's doing better. But if my girl blows another headlight, I want to make sure she can swap this thing out, so I'm going to grind on it a little bit more. It looks like the this ceramic isn't quite cast with a taper, so I'm just kind of tapering it a little bit to allow it to plug in a little bit easier. I think just the bottom, the inside half, is enough to grind on. Alright, let's try this thing again. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this cap for now. That way you guys can see the fit. Yeah, still kind of snug. But, I don't know, doable at least now. I don't know. Still hard to get back out in case there's ever a problem. Whew. Let's do that some more. More grinding. Alright, well, let's try this for the third time. Well, yeah, I guess that's doable. Yeah, you can see where it's rubbing hard there and there. It's the corners. It's the four corners. That's where it's rubbing the most. Let me keep working those corners until we get it just right. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, my daughter can handle that if she ever has a problem with a light bulb. But yeah, what a royal pain in the butt. I would not want to be doing this by hand. So consider that. If you don't have a Dremel with a stone grinding wheel, that you may not want to do this by hand. That looks like pretty good contact. Let's see how that light looks now. Let's turn on the headlights. Oh, there we go. Nice and bright. That's what we want. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side now. Okay. Alright, well, I'm working on the passenger side ceramic plug, and it is even further out of spec than the driver's side. The cap has already popped off because I've pulled trying to remove this thing. So anyway, at this point I'm going to grab a pair of pliers and finish working it and see if I can't get it to slide in and out freely. But wow, I wasn't expecting all of this work to install this kit. So hey, that's what these YouTube videos are all about, right? So we'll keep grinding until it fits just right. Okay, I have put on some latex gloves. And we're going to clean these bulbs with a little bit of acetone before we reinstall them. As much as I've handled them, I'm sure I got some body oil on these things, which is a big no-no. So we're trying to clean them up real quick. Real easy, real gentle, before we reinstall. There we go. Alright, headlights on. Nice. Very nice. Now the next thing we need to do is install our new clear lenses that we got. So stay tuned. Alright guys, check this out. This is gonna look killer. Okay. Here's the original factory headlights, and here are the replacement headlights from late model restoration. And these are sweet. They've got the reflectors built into the back side, so you can get a better beam out of them. Clear fronts. Very, very nice. These are the crystal clear headlights. So it looks like I need to move this bracket here over to the LMR headlight and this rubber surround, but these other two are good to go. And since this is the last to go in, I'm going to go ahead and install the side pieces now. Alright, so original bulb just goes right back in place. These things are sealed. Nice. Keeps the crap out. Come on. There we go. And right back in the original spot. Oh man, it's going to be sweet. And so we can get some of these little 7/16 inch nuts back in place. Okay. Over here, same thing. Twist. There we go. These can be reached from inside. you guys think? That's gonna be slick. Alright, so these headlights have this rubber trim all the way around. That trim is just held in place by a few clips. There you go, you can see them. And a screwdriver just pops those guys right off. Not a problem there. See that, guys? And then, of course, we gotta get this plastic piece off here. So we got a couple more clips. There we go. Just like that. So now we need to reinstall our plastic back, and this drops into place. Real simple. And you just gotta pop this clip in to hold it there. Like that. 3 times. How easy is that, huh? I think you guys can handle this. And one more. There we go. There. Alright, and then our surround goes in like this. And it just clips into place. Like such. Ready to install. Alright, there you go. There's your before and after, side by side. I need to plug in the headlight real quick. Let's see how it looks. Oh, sweet. Very sweet. Alright, well there is the finished result. Check it out. Makes the car look brand new. And I really like this mod too because it's not like you're trying to reinvent the wheel or anything. You're just kind of giving it a slightly updated look. It's kind of like going from regular lights to LED lights.